Are you exhausted from constantly checking how others react to your choices? Do you find yourself asking for reassurance on your decisions or constantly fishing for compliments? If you answered yes to those questions, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore how you can break free from the validation trap, how you can build genuine inner confidence and stop looking to other people for validation. You can think of validation seeking like a smartphone, an old smartphone. If you've ever had a smartphone for a long period of time, you probably know that after a while the batteries start to die. They start to lose their ability to hold charge. When your phone starts to get like that, you're constantly looking for the nearest charging point. When you can't validate yourself, you are like that smartphone. You're constantly seeking other people's approval and validation so you can feel energized. But here's the problem. You never actually get that battery fixed. When we rely on others to tell us that we're smart enough, good enough, or worthy enough, we're handing those people our remote control. We're giving them the ability to control us. We become reactive instead of proactive. We make decisions based on what we think other people want rather than what feels authentic to us. This pattern often starts in childhood. Maybe you learn love comes with conditions. You weren't loved unless you performed well, behaved perfectly, or made other people happy. That little version of you developed the belief that your worth depends on other people's approval. If that sounds familiar, I've got a workbook for you. Check the description for a link where you can download my free Inner Child Healing workbook. Living this way, seeking validation from others, is exhausting. You're constantly performing, second-guessing yourself and feeling anxious about other people's reactions. It's like trying to navigate with a compass that only points to other people's opinions instead of your own true north. You might find yourself over-explaining simple decisions, feeling crushed by criticism even when it's minor. You might change your behaviour based on who's in the room. You might feel empty when you receive compliments because deep down you don't feel you deserve them. You don't believe them. Living like this isn't sustainable and it's not the real you. The first step is awareness. Start noticing when you're seeking validation from other people. It might sound like asking others, what do you think I should do? Does this look okay? I hope I didn't mess that up. Notice the physical sensations too. Do you get a tight feeling in your chest when you're waiting for approval? Or is there a nervous energy, a feeling in your stomach when you're about to share something? Don't judge yourself for those moments. Think of awareness like turning on a light in a dark room. You're not trying to fight the darkness. You're simply illuminating what's already there. Now comes the rebuilding stage. Think of this like developing your own internal GPS system instead of constantly asking other people for directions. Imagine if you were driving somewhere and you had to constantly stop and ask other people which way you should go. That would take you ages, wouldn't it? If you're constantly asking other people for their opinions, what you should do, that's exactly the same thing. You wouldn't drive around like that, so why live your life like that? Start small. Make decisions based purely on what feels right for you. Choose what to wear without asking anyone's opinion. Pick a restaurant because you want to go there, not because you think others will approve. When you accomplish something, pause before sharing it. Tell yourself, I did well, or I'm proud of this. Let that feeling settle in your body. This is self-validation, your own internal applause. Practice setting boundaries with feedback. You don't need to explain or justify every choice you make. Try saying, I've decided to, without adding, what do you think at the end? When you're clear on what matters to you, decision-making becomes simpler. Your values act like a lighthouse. They provide steady guidance, regardless of the weather around you. Ask yourself, what do I actually care about? What kind of person do I want to be? What brings me genuine satisfaction, not just social approval? When you make choices aligned with your values, you feel solid from the inside out. Even if others disagree, you have that inner knowing that you're on the right path. And again, you can find exercises to help you identify your values in the workbook I mentioned earlier. So check the description for that. Inner child healing isn't about blaming parents. It's not about having a victim mentality. It's about becoming a good enough parent to yourself. As a child, you needed unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. You needed to feel safe and secure. Most parents have their own wounded inner child, so they can't provide that good enough parenting for you. But through inner child work, you can give yourself that, and you can become a better parent for your own children. You can break that cycle. You can start this process by speaking to your inner child like this. You are enough exactly as you are. You don't need to perform or please anyone. You are worthy of love. Doing this is more than just positive thinking. By doing this, you're actually going to start to rewire old neural pathways. Through this inner child work, you can start to give yourself that validation your inner child needs. When you can't validate yourself, when you're looking outside of yourself for validation and love, it's like being in the desert. Yeah. Walking through the desert, you're really thirsty, the sun's beating down. You're going to take any water you can get hold of. If you can't validate yourself, you're going to be jumping into relationships with the wrong people. You're going to be making associations with the wrong people just to feel worthy. So learn to give yourself that. You'll find that your relationships start to improve, that your life starts to get better. The goal isn't to become completely indifferent to other people's opinions. That would be going from one extreme to the other. Instead, we're aiming for emotional independence, the ability to consider feedback without being controlled by it. Think of it like this. You can hear the weather report without letting it ruin your day. And just as you can do that, you can listen to that weather report. You can also listen to others' opinions while still trusting your own judgment. This is about developing enough inner security that you can receive criticism without crumbling and compliments without becoming dependent on them. Remember, this is a practice, not a destination. Be patient with yourself as you develop this new way of being. Each time you choose your own approval over someone else's, you're building that inner strength. You already have everything you need within you. It's just a matter of learning how to access it. So if you like this video, found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you know anyone that could benefit from watching this video, share it with them. Thank you very much. See you next time.